All right, we're in the Steelers off season. Draft is now over, and now it's time for OTAs, which are really uninspiring when you think about it. Good for coaches, but not necessarily good for anything else. Although this week, we will have Ben Roethlisberger and Mason Rudolph together, meeting for the first time. The drama. You could cut it with a knife. So, Jeff Hathhorn, what do you expect out of this? Or do you think this whole story is completely blown out of proportion to begin with?
I mean, they're not going to sit around and hug and tell stories. But just like with Mason Rudolph, when a freshman comes into the Cowboys program, I'm sure he didn't go over and babysit him throughout the whole thing. Ben's not going to do that. Ben's going to get ready for the season. Mason's going to get ready as potentially a backup, maybe a third stringer, and go about his business. And if he's smart, he'll ask Ben questions. But he shouldn't expect Roethlisberger to go over and tell him all of his secrets, because that's not what he's supposed to do. It's Rudolph's job to find out about the offense and ask the questions, and Ben to be there just to answer whatever he has.
That would have been a really good answer for Ben Roethlisberger.
I kind of like the drama, Chris.
I was going to say, not that we don't appreciate the ratings, I know. But
stay healthy.
Look, this thing exists and lasts as long as Ben Roethlisberger allows it to exist and to last, and we know that he likes the drama. So I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if it continues to exist and to last during OTAs. I also wouldn't be surprised if he learned a little bit from the furor and uproar that were caused when he did say what he did a couple of weeks ago. So, look, I think Mason Rudolph is a smart kid. I think we've seen that already, and then he's going to come in, put his nose to the grindstone, and work, as Jeff said, to learn the offense on his own. And if he does have questions, he'll go to Ben Roethlisberger, and it's up to Ben Roethlisberger at that point if he wants to answer those questions or not and create an issue or not be the next Brett Favre.
I got a question I'm anxious to ask Ben whenever he talks. Hopefully it's on Tuesday. I'm wondering what happened where a guy who said felt so compelled that last year he had to come out and announce that he was coming back for 2017. What made him change his mind and think that he can know that he's going to want to play 3 more years?
Well, the old cowboy found some old bullets. That's what happened.
Todd Haley.
But he has not been asked, and he has not said. I mean, I've not heard one explanation from him. If he says something that says, "Hey, look, the fire is back," whatever. But it's just such an odd. I mean, yes, it is a coincidence that this was said, and 3 days later, the offensive coordinator got a job in Cleveland. Answer that question before you start throwing darts at Mason Rudolph. I mean, and I get it. Everybody is replaceable. I'm going to be replaced. Even one day, Pomp might be replaced.
No.
I wonder what that means he's going to be like.
Never.
So, I mean, Ben's response was a natural response, but be a leader. Be a leader. Don't be a prima donna. Just be a leader. And just say, hey, the kid will come in and I'll help him out, but he's going to have to wait his turn. That's it.
All right. Real quick, again, 30 seconds because I have one more topic I want to get into. But after Roethlisberger, by the end of training camp heading into the season, who will be the primary backup to Ben Roethlisberger?
Mason Rudolph.
Landry. It's still Landry.
Landry Jones.
I agree with Chris.
They won't go in without an experienced guy.
I think they're going to like Mason Rudolph.
They had Charlie Batch around here a long time, man.
All right,
Mason Rudolph is going to force their hand, I think.
Well, we'll see. It's going to be interesting for exhibition games for sure. Now, real quick, of the rookies on this team with the draft I'm talking about, we saw last year T.J. Watt came in, did a very good job, but so did Juju Smith-Schuster. You could argue 2 was better than 1. Who will be the biggest producer of the rookie draft class? And again, if you can make these
I think by default it's going to be James Washington, just because Martavis is gone and Juju is now the entrenched number 2, and the guy that's going to have the chance to make the most immediate impact is definitely going to be James Washington.
Yeah, I hate to just carbon copy agree with Will, but I will co-sign that. James Washington, most definitely.
I think it's going to be Edmonds. Without Shazier, they're going to use him in a lot of packages, and I think he'll ball hawk out there.
All right, we're due for a break. Come back with more. You're watching the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown each and every Sunday night right here on KDKA-TV.